8-dobbelte verdensmester Ole Olsen farvel til speedwaybanernes støv i søndags. Det skete, da han kørte afskedsløb på sin klubs hjemmebane i Coventry. For 14 dage siden sagde dansk tv farvel til Ole Olsen i et program fra TV Syd, og ingen kan vel være i tvivl om, at Ole Olsen er et af de største navne, måske endda det største navn nogensinde i dansk idræt, men de færreste aner nok, at hans ry i England ikke er mindre. Derfor vil vi gerne vise dem, hvordan engelsk tv sagde farvel til ham med et program her i eftermiddag. Ole Olsen vandt sit første verdensmesterskab i 1971 i Göteborg, og det lå ligesom i luften, at der vil følge flere efter.
Champion of the world, Ole Olsen of Wolverhampton in Denmark, and here he comes now. There's Olsen around the pit corner, safely circumnavigating it. Simmons has tried hard, but he's just got a lap to go. 344 metres for Ole Olsen, and that world crown, and the pictures and the noise will surely tell their own story. There it is. Olsen has done it. Ole Olsen, the Great Dane, proving to be one of Speedway's all-time greats. His third win, and he rightly is jubilant.
Last weekend, after 17 glorious years, Olsen said farewell to Speedway on an emotional occasion before 20,000 devoted fans at his British track, Coventry. The sport could hardly have paid this man a bigger compliment, because the field for the 1983 World Final reassembled to ensure that Olsen bowed out in style. These aspiring juniors over from Denmark for the day emphasised that it wasn't just his on-track ability that elevated Olsen into Speedway's all-time greats. He inspired his nation Denmark and almost single-handed trained successive generations of kids like these to become world champions. It was a job that ITV caught him doing 10 years ago.
If you think I'm going to give all the secrets away, you're wrong. We keep that in Denmark, you see.
One of Olsen's products is Erik Gundersen, and Gary Newbon asked his appraisal of the greatest Dane of them all.
Well, we ride against one another in the British League, but like when we're racing in the team for Denmark, he's done so tremendously well to get us all geared up, you know, to go out and win for our country, you know, and he's got a special way of getting us revved up, you know, for the big occasions. And but I still think that Ole will be there next year, hopefully as a team manager for the Danish team. So we're just looking forward to that.
Although clean and classy in style, when team riding, Olsen's tactics could be ruthless.
And again, it's Olsen who's made a very clean start. He leads it. In second place, it's Müller. Nielsen trying the hard run around the outside where the dirt is, and Olsen has shut it right down. Down has gone Müller, and down too has gone Gilgenreimer. And it'll be interesting to see again, because it looked as though Olsen almost got off and stopped to bulk Egon Müller there. Müller is still down to allow his partner to come through.
Now at the end of another era, last weekend showed Olsen still in vintage form. The thorough professional, master track tactician, totally in control, and showing at 36 that he can still show many of his own brilliant protégés the fastest way to the checkered flag. Idolised at Coventry, Olsen has admirers worldwide. Here's the new world champion from West Germany, Egon Müller.
Ole, I think he's one of the greatest rider we had ever, because he gives Speedway such a big support in his own country. You see all the young fellows, they may be world champion in the future, and he did a lot of work to the supporters and British Speedway and around the world, and Australia and New Zealand. I think he always did very, very well.
And away they go, and it's Davis who shows in front. Davis leads it. Hack is in second place as they tighten up. The Russian Maximov, here's a surprise around the outside, and Russia leads it. Olsen now putting some pressure on Davis, but the Russians brought in their reserve, and it turns out he might be a bit of a trump card. because Olsen looks as though he's got around the outside of Davis as they tear in to the bottom corner, and Davis has been squeezed out and he's getting tight, and Olsen has come from third to first, and John Davis for England has gone to the back. Here's Olsen, who's ridden a beautiful race, must be said.
Unquestionably, Ollie Olsen in front once again in his last meeting will go into Speedway's history books alongside the immortals. Bluey Wilkinson, Jack Young, Ovi Funden, Ronnie Moore, Barry Briggs, Ivan Major. Yes, Olsen's all-round ability, aggression and racing appetite places him on the same lofty level as any of them. Even the contemporary world champions agree about that. Here's England's last winner.
Michael Lee, what does Ollie Olsen mean to you?
Well, all you can say about Ollie is he's got to be one of the great professionals of our sport, you know. I mean, I've had good and bad times with Ollie, but he's always been a good competitor, and he's one of the hardest guys to race against, and I'm sorry to see him leave the sport, but best wishes to him.
How much is the sport going to miss him?
Oh, it's going to miss him a hell of a lot. As I say, he's been one of the great professionals. He's done so much for the sport over the past 10 years or so, you know, and, you know, it's just a pity he's going, but like he says, he's got business interests, and I'm sure, you know, he's got to give it up eventually. Best to give it up when you're on top as well.
And it's Olsen from the outside, and Nilsson and Pennell's in third place, although he's powering through now on the inside, and he's up under Olsen. Will Olsen be able to hold him out? They hit the pit corner together, and again it is Olsen, the old dog, who can still show them a few tricks.
Ivan, what sort of competitor was Ollie Olsen to you?
Well, probably the hardest competitor I had over a period of time on Speedway. Barry Briggs was always a very hard competitor, but on all different sports, but Ollie was the hardest rider I had to race against for about 15 years, and we had a lot of battles together.
Now Kennett going back under Olsen, Major still in front, he's not going very quickly, and Olsen trying the outside run, and Kennett trying the inside into the pits corner. Something's got to give here, and it's Ivan Major.
Olsen's farewell meeting was won by England's Kenny Carter, but inevitably Ollie was in with a shout right to the last. He finished joint third overall, but went into a run-off with yet another of his Danish discoveries, Hans Nielsen. Fittingly, Olsen proved to be a winner in his very last race. The shy Scandinavian kid who came to England almost skint, fired only by his own ambition, leaves Speedway as a millionaire. No one begrudges him a penny. He's earned it. And he's certainly leaving a legacy of a million memorable moments, not only as a great rider, as an outstanding ambassador, but always as a gentleman and sportsman. Triple World Speedway champion, captain of the World Team Cup champions Denmark, and inspiration extraordinary. That is Ollie Olsen. But at the storybook end to a Danish fairy tale that has come true, World Speedway today will experience sadness that the final checkered flag has fallen on the career of Ollie Olsen. He's one of the greats and possibly the last of them too, in a Speedway world where machinery is rapidly becoming more important than the men who ride it. There was more than one dampier at Coventry as the curtain fell for a Speedway Goliath, and it wasn't the rain to blame. Even though it was drizzling, not one of the 20,000 fans left before Olsen's last farewell.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, it is getting to me now to realize that this was my last lap I did on Speedway. And if you don't mind, I know I was third today. I'm going to step up on the #1 spot, not because I want to think that I won it, but I would like to get up there because I have something I think special I want to tell you all. So you will excuse me on the #1s. Sorry, Kenny. Yeah. As I was telling Charles, you know, it's not rain, it's me crying, because it is very, very sad for me to stop. But then again, it has a little bit of a feeling as well, because I owe so much to England. England has done everything for me. I came over here only with my bike, and it was, I remember years back, and it's just given me so much, this sport. And all of you coming here today, It is unreal what it's given me a pleasure. Thank you.
The fireworks spell it out. Olsen will be sadly missed. He has been an exciting, integral part of a decade when ITV has followed Speedway around the world, and televised Speedway truly just won't be the same without Olsen. Right now, a giant is leaving the stage he has graced.
Ja, det var altså David Lanning og det engelske TV's farvel til Ole Olsen, og Ole Olsens farvel til engelsk Speedway. Ole Olsen, en virkelig personlighed i international idræt. Speedway-sporten vil være langt fattigere uden ham. I forvejen er mange af de store profiler jo forsvundet i de senere år. Bruce Pennell, den dobbelte amerikanske eks-verdensmester, er væk, og kører som Ivan Major, Anders Michanek dukker også kun op ved særlige lejligheder i langbaneløb. De er jo ved at slutte karrieren. Samtidig er det forbi med de festlige verdensmesterskabsfinaler på Wembley. Ja, meget vil være anderledes i fremtiden i Speedway, men heldigvis er der jo unge danske kører som Hans Nielsen, Erik Gundersen og Tommy Knudsen på vej.